drinks. Okay, all right. It seems like the fires have started up again in Canada. So now New York is feeling the smoke again, and that'll probably go on for a couple of days or weeks. Yeah, it's like a timeline reset, as I've connected to before. So, yeah, I would say something major is coming. It's not going to show itself clearly. It might not be that clear, but it's moving in like what it's going to be. But anytime there's fire like that, I mentioned it last time, and it happens again. It's still very unusual for Canada to go through it. So, yeah, because in the past, there's been Amazon fires before 2020, maybe even the year 2020. I don't remember. That was a while ago. I remember there was like huge fires in the Amazon River area, and then there was fires in Australia, and that was kind of unusual too. And then 2020 happened. I think the fires went away after that too, and we were just lockdowns and whatever else is going on. I'm not going to go into the political situation. I don't think it's politically connected, but it could be. Who knows? The other thing is, I mentioned it on. I think I've seen this already, but to go into the political area a little bit, because I forgot to mention it. Yeah, there's an extreme way of looking at things. Like, are they going to let Trump win, or they might just have to, get rid of him altogether? Let's put it that way. As a possibility, but it feels like Gavin Newsom is what they want out there. Not that any of that will happen, but the governor of California, he's got a strong energy around him. Just letting you know. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. So we'll see. Who knows? It's way too early. They might push Trump out and put Gavin in if all works out, or just keep Biden there half dead, but that would be interesting. Just it's already tuned out already, so bag of bones will be there. So, but yeah, Gavin's energy is very strong. So I mentioned that before a while back. So I didn't put in the title. YouTube gets weird with politics. I know that about that one. Anyway, but as for the timeline reset, like clearing out the old and coming in with the new. So doesn't mean that aliens are going to show up. You never know. Yeah, that's not always a timeline. I know, you just never know. Our energy has to change for any of them to appear here. So, oh, that's right, I forgot about it. I forgot Rubio here in Florida talked about UFO stuff. Forgot about that. Yeah, and he's kind of like a weird one, but yeah, that's a weird vibe on that. I guess they're preparing for their fake alien invasion or something. It's not clear on that one. Or he's just trying to make himself look good or give him something to do. So either way, maybe it's just a ufologist. He's talking about UFOs for the rest of their lives. But as for actual UFO alien energies here, yeah, our frequency has to shift somehow. Like a way in. Like, I mean, obviously they can show up any time, but our energy has to be a little bit more welcoming instead of it's, I mean, there are welcoming people out there, but it needs to be I don't know, just the vibration, the temperature has to be changed just a little bit. Right time, right place. They probably already have timelines. I don't think about this very often. I'm just doing it now. They have to have timelines that align with theirs also. So it's good. I wasn't thinking. I'm just tapping into it now. So that's what I was sitting around thinking about. Yeah, our timeline has to link with theirs. And so it's kind of like now we're on the same timeline. Look at it that way. So I know it sounds a little weird there, but I mean, when you think about it, it makes sense. They have their path also, has to collide with ours. And I mean, technically, it already is in different ways, but hidden. Eventually, it'll come more into the light. It's going to freak a lot of people out, though. I don't know. We just have to. I mean, all the UFO stuff I'm talking about is more like a humanoid being here, not the grays. In fact, they can't get them. Just, I mean, more like a human Nordic group or something like that. That looks halfway normal. The grays are just too. We all love them, but man, they got a long ways to go. It's like they're a little bit. I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of fear around. If a Palladian energy or a humanoid energy comes in, looks close enough to us. Obviously, don't have the same DNA and all that, but it's almost like they're here transparently. I mean, they're here; they can show up physically, but they can also vanish at a moment's notice if they have to. So they're kind of here but not here. At least that's the vibe I'm getting from that. So it's a little confusing. It's all talk, it's all hearsay until they actually do it. They're not going to reveal anything. I mean, not that it matters anyway. It's not going to give away their secrets. At least that's the vibe I'm getting on that. I mean, they're here. It's kind of like a hologram, but they're here. So obviously they're in a different dimension anyway. So, but I believe it's more like you can touch them and stuff like that. That went somewhere I wasn't expecting, but it's probably nothing new you haven't heard before. But anyway, not just say these fires are going to bring them in. Well, you never know. Anything's possible. Everyone says, yeah, it's always like others are putting out. It's always a possibility. I mean, we're in some kind of weird state anyway. This world's always been kind of off kilter anyway. So, I mean, you got an old, look at Biden, it's half dead. I mean, who expected that to walk around? It's like we're just waiting for a lizard person to walk around as president or the queen. That'd be hilarious. I don't know, man. Anyway, also the architects of reality. So the Archon energy, or just happen to have frequency without putting an Archon intention. To see where that goes. And then the Orion energy. To talk about them yesterday or the day before. Yeah, they're kind of like the chosen ones. They're the ones that can manifest very quickly. They probably talk it off. I don't know what they're talking about. But they also still lack an original talent. And they might be able to manifest very quickly. That's the thing. People that manifest is, I'm really good at manifesting. But do you have anything original about you either? The idea is to bring something new. Not everyone can do that. So focused on living this high-end life. Of course, if you're original, doesn't mean anybody's going to care or notice for that matter. And you can live an impoverished life also, but at least you're original. So there's that. And nobody understands you, and yada yada yada. Yeah, the tragic lifetime. But the Ryan energies are usually master manipulators. Not all of them are bad. A lot of them are. Well, if you find a world that's weak, you can come in and dominate it, and people take it. I mean, they're in human forms, so like the CEOs of some of these companies, not all of them are Orions, but some of them are. Not all of them are part of the Jewish. Some of them are. Some of them are not Zionists. Some are. It's a mixture. It's hard to pick up on them, but either way, they're here. Some of them are billionaires, not all of them. So, yeah. Anyway, it's not all about Well, some of them are addicted to power. Well, they're addicted to running our reality, controlling us in some form or another. So we get it that way. So why that comes through? I've heard some spiritual teachers say, "You are the chosen ones." Like that's kind of weird. Why would you say that? That you're awakened, and you're the chosen ones. That's kind of a elitist. At least it feels elitist. It's like, okay, well, it's coming from an elitist. So, yep, have nice things, look nice, and have nice, just whatever, with a generic life, basically. Whatever that works. Live forever for some bizarre reason. I'm not sure why would you want to do that. Get more power to you on that one. It's not talking about my private sessions at scheduler. Got the shop here. My webinar, social network behind the scenes, and the archive. Yeah, I have to get up early. And a job that nobody wants to be at, nobody wants to be there, so it's going to be. And then they start yelling at each other. They did that last week. So, yeah. Lovely. So, all right, we're going to the timeline. Canadian fires. Obviously, they're not going to go into all details, and we'll have to keep things vague to a certain level. It's just the way it is. Like, you can't just tell us everything. It's just not the way it is. I mean, you just have to get used to it. I mean, we're here to figure things out. It's a mystery. If they did tell you about the mysteries of the world, which I don't think they can do that, they tell you some glimpses of it here and there. We have to earn it. And how many have really earned it? Probably most have not. They want all this sacred information. Whatever. They're getting whatever. I love it when they say they're getting secret information and it's all online. So okay, whatever you say. Well, it's the adventure. Oh yeah, that's right. The actors, there's an actor strike coming up. So Hollywood's going to burn soon internally. So yeah, when actors start striking, which most likely will happen, and now they can't make anything. So that's on the 30th. They're not going to come up with a deal in 2 days. I doubt it. 7, 20. 3 more days, something like that. What day is it? Thursday, Friday? Said to come up with Friday. Maybe, but I doubt it. So yeah, Hollywood's going to burn, so that's going to really start showing itself soon. And this strike, I already have a strike going on now. It might go until like December. Damn. That's the vibe I'm getting. I mean, it can always be before that. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. So anyway, all right, we're going to the Canadian timeline. We're going to the timeline in general of what can be said there. So plus 6 here. Brings me the energies of your timeline, of all timelines. You can say this is a God consciousness to a certain level. Even the Seraphium energies are here. Well, it's basically right now is to trust your instincts. Yes, things might not be as exciting as they could be. The idea is to focus on yourself. Yeah, the timeline is kind of like a roller coaster. It's going to take you to new places with some of you. It just has not quite started yet. The ride has not. It's forming, and you'll know it when it's here. It's not going to advertise itself. It's just going to do what it feels like. It doesn't care what people think either. It's not there to please anybody. It's here to do what it's here to do. So, not that it's the rapture or any, because so many do take it that way because some need to grow up. So, if you think that, you got to heal that. But change is inevitable. So, Yeah, many want too much of sacred information. Some need to grow up there too. It doesn't work that way. But you come here to figure things out, not to be told everything. Give glimpses, yes, of the future. Well, sacred knowledge here and there to a certain level, cryptic energy, and many still want more, and they don't. Yeah, they don't deserve it. It's just the way it is. Yeah, because your energy can unlock the keys of a new reality for sure. Like some things, yeah, you're looking for information, just usually can come to you if you earned it, which many don't quite understand. And it might just come into your energy field, just have a simple knowing, and you don't think anything of it. So, I mean, obviously, all of you have some kind of sacred information currently. They might not even think that is sacred information. Others know about it or whatever it might be. As for the timeline itself, well, there is a maturity that souls need to go through to connect to the galactics. Not to say they're the most mature beings. No, they're far from it. But there is energy of respect. Let's put it that way. You can still be the most immature person in the room, but you just have a respect for other beings, and which many do here. That's for sure. It's just as for alien connections, it's do the aliens want to come here? Do they want to go through all this? They want to put themselves through the scrutiny of your reality. Put yourself in their shoes if you can. Obviously, their shoes are very different than yours. But some of you can feel their energies and see like this world is very foreign to them. And yeah, the world will not be the same ever again. Will anyone take it seriously? Yes. Others, the most of the population, yeah, some won't care, some will. It all depends on how it's being done. It's many won't believe it, which would be hilarious. But actually, for actual contact, it's not to say it's going to happen this year, but if it does happen at all, it'll happen very gradual. So it's not going to be a circus or anything like that. Many are still there's still a lot of healing that needs to be done on this planet, as you know. Yeah, some are realize they see the agendas here very easily. So those that have agendas, they try to keep the aliens back because they'd have their own agenda here. So, but the aliens can see right through it, and even shut. Yeah, that's why they come here. They can interfere with a lot. I mean, certain agendas can't occur anymore, and that's even in spiritual communities. Those doing manipulations, also governments, of course, but they can't interfere too much. But there's some lies that are out there they can put truths out. Let's put it that way. It's still up to the human to decide what's true in their own reality. Some don't want to see all of this. Many do ask for aliens, but don't really mean it. They think it'll be nice, but some of them are actually terrified of the notion of that. So, well, just think about when the aliens come here. Yeah, there'll be a lot of honesty because they can see how things are here. And these are more of the neutral beings. Obviously, there's negative beings here already. Um, they'll arrive eventually, but usually be more the neutral energies coming here. Yeah, they'll not be judging anyone. Far from it. No, they just reveal certain truths, but they'll be the last ones to judge. They're not perfect either, so they go through their own corruption on their worlds, of course. Especially when the world's connected to yours, because many of you are on those worlds right now. Some of you have an idea of that. So, grace you with the energies. That's the architects of your reality. Well, you can say there's a moon energy there. Moons are known to actually terraform planets. Technically, a moon can terraform your planet to a certain level. As you know, if you move the moon around, your world changes. So kind of like the dial of destiny. That's kind of a joke for your world. So moons have a very powerful energy on worlds in general. Some of them are artificially made. I mean, they are connected galactically. Some of them are old planets, old suns, and so on. You'll never really know on your level. Just take whatever you feel from it. If you feel like the moon has been a planet energy, a sun energy, you're probably accurate if your energy is balanced. Some don't have the most balanced frequencies here, as you can tell. But some are not familiar with the physical realms. I mean, your energy come from other planets, but you're not used to this deck of the woods, you can say. And so tapping into it isn't the easiest. And not everybody's trying to advance their abilities, as some are always working on it for whatever reason. As for creating your reality, well, the human race here still calibrates it the way they want it. So it's done. I mean, some have to learn patience. That's one of the main things about this world is it's very slow. And many of you are used to being very fast. So coming here is kind of a reality check. Just take it easy, go slow with everything. Yes, you might go crazy, but eventually you'll get used to it. And they actually have a lot of rewards to it, depending on your energy field. But a lot of it's just to slow things down. Because as you know, some of you know, the higher realms, the God realms, goes very quickly, but quickness doesn't always work out so well. And that's why worlds like yours have been created. Desperate attempts to save the universe. There's a whole backstory to this planet that's not here. There's several backstories, versions, but there's several backstories that will not be told here anytime soon. So yeah, this world's like a necessary evil. It's not necessarily as a prison. Some might feel that way. Understood. But really it's just to slow things down. Get some clarity about your life. Do some energy clearing for yourself. Has many lifetimes you need to be here. No one's writing, no one cares. You can do whatever you need to do here. If you need to be here for 1,000 lifetimes, nobody's, only critic is yourself. Some are on their last lifetimes. Yeah, so like in the graduation period, and you can go crazy. So, but it's like the seniors are just mentally draining out. They're tired. So, which means, yeah, many of you will not come back, but some still need this world for whatever reason. But those of you who feel like you're not going to come back, you probably won't be coming back. But those that say I don't need to come back, but then it's like, did you learn anything while you were here? That's not always the case. But either way, that's something you individual can solve. Well, you check yourself. You see if there's anything you need to do. What I need to do here. You just go into yourself and ask that question. If there's you need to call somebody, you need to write a letter to somebody, you need to get rid of a bunch of stuff. It could be anything. Just to clear your frequency to get you a little bit more on track than before. So, yes, some are going through drastic karma. Yes. And it's not always going to reveal itself. We're not naming names or anything like that. But some are going through major karma. Even some spiritual teachers are going through karma. It's like, we're going to give you this platform. Are you going to abuse it or not? And some actually do abuse it and get away with it. Trust me, the spirit realm knows all about it. So, all of you that feel like there's something not right out there in the world, Trust me, they know. So, Green Seal. Actually, we are the Orion Council. There are actually several Orion councils. There is always a main council, but they all have different names. It doesn't really matter really when it comes down to it. There are some Orion councils that have taken over your world, of course. They're obsessed with physicality, the physical realms, to control it, to harness energy from it, to have people here under their control, have agendas. Yeah, they're not going to go into all the details of why they do. Well, it's power. It gives them a sense of being. That's kind of what it's very much in the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, almost like the god realms. Yeah, they have a beef with this planet, you can say, and the people on it. Well, some of you have actually defeated the Orions, and now you're here fighting them again. So it goes back to Galactic Wars. So you come here as a human, have no powers. I mean, you do, but you don't know what they are. And you're still fighting a galactic war here on Earth's terrain. You might know about reptilians. You might know about whatever you need to know about. Everybody sees things differently. And it comes to a time, an age, we become awakened. There are villains here also, of course, that are coming off as friendly as possible, that are trickster energies, that have a large following. Some of them do. And some of it was surprising. Yes, a psyop. So, yeah, some of you are realizing it too. And more of that will occur. Will the truth always come out? Not always, not quickly. Of these certain psyops. So, like in the spiritual community, the government obviously is a giant psyop. That's not necessarily a lost cause. It's just kind of like the capital of corruption. But not all of it's corruption, though. It's just the physical playing field. They're Ryans that feel like they're the chosen ones. Those are the ones manipulating your reality. It's kind of like those. It's kind of like beings that always want to be rich, so do everything can to stay rich. So think of it that way. Not that they care about physical money. No, they can care less about it. But as long as it has power over the people, that's all they care about. So it's just, yeah, probably most insecure beings in the universe. Not necessarily the most talented, no, but they know how to control reality, as you see already. So yes, let it unfold on its own. Some of you are trying to get to deeper secrets, and you can to a certain level. Some of you get too far ahead. Yeah, then the memories get moved out of your mind, things like that. Some of you have been through that. So, and healing the ego will help. Some have difficulties with that. Some have been presidents of worlds and things of that kind. Some of you have actually seen it. Some of you have been in those positions. But yeah, this world is a galactic war, as you know. But not always. It's not always revealing itself as some think it is. No, there's a lot of things that are not said for obvious reasons. Eventually, but not yet. And it'll be. It might not. It might be so insignificant. It's too bad. Many do feel like they have all the answers, and they really don't. Some are really believe they have an idea of how this all works. Like they really have no idea. The more open-minded, the better. Yeah, the more you feel like you don't know, the better. But you'd be surprised how many feel like they have this place figured out. So, what's this?